People ask me why I choose to spend so much time in Sri Lanka. Why do I love this place so much? Just look at this beach, man. This is a 7 a.m. walk. Got my son with me. There he is. And look, the purpose of doing this video is just to talk about the benefit of having a system and process so that you can have a lovely life. So you can go live abroad or spend a lot of time abroad and your business can function without you. Look, guys, you're never, ever going to live the life that you want. You're never going to have freedom unless you get systems, processes, build your brand, automate, and have an offshore team. These are the key ingredients you need to have a life and to have a business where it works for you, okay? So many people I know just are tied and locked down to their business. And the whole point of me doing the program, the whole point of me doing the course is I'm teaching people that they don't have to have that life. You can be with me, you can be with my son, you can be with these people doing a beach walk, and your business can operate without you. You can have a customer acquisition system that can actually function, that can get you clients while you're here on this beach. That is the dream, and that is the choices that you can make as a business owner if you implement the right systems, tools, and processes. That is what we're teaching in the program. So the process that you're going to need is it's going to be a system whereby when your customer comes through, you know and understand every single aspect that they're going to be going through. When your candidates get registered into your business, you know the journey that they're going to go on. Everyone is completely interlinked. Everyone understands what their individual role is, what their individual function is, and how the process works together. So in our business, we have a customer-facing team, so a client handling team. We have a marketing team, we have the offshore delivery team, and we have operations and finance. Our marketing team and our client team are responsible for the business development, lead generation, following up on that once they come into the business. The candidate generating machine are responsible for making sure we've got all the candidates that are coming through to the business. The two work seamlessly together. Our finance team, our operations team, make sure all the glue sticks together. Make sure people get the invoices when they need them. You cannot run a business without a system and a process. You cannot live a free life without a system and a process. That is rule number one when you have your business. Rule number one of escaping being, having to reply to every single email when you're away is to develop a process and a system so everyone knows what they're doing and everything works seamlessly without you. If you don't have that, don't develop a process in the early days of business, it will fall apart. You will not have freedom. That is rule number one. Right, what I'm going to talk about now is offshore team. You need to have an offshore team to take away the tasks that you do that really aren't the best use of your time. Your time is best served developing client relationships, being the BD guy, being the front person, managing your team. It's not best spent arranging interviews, doing administrative tasks. Try and get an offshore team to offload as much of the admin tasks that you're doing as quickly as possible. We use people in Philippines, we use them in Sri Lanka. Obviously Sri Lanka I've got to know because I've got a house out here. You need to offshore as quickly as possible. It's the number one way you're going to free up your team. It's the number one way you're going to run a more profitable business. It's the number one way that you're going to get yourself into the weeds of the things that are going to change your business. Okay, it's what I teach in my program. It's also what you should be doing, in my opinion, is getting your offshore team to use automated tools. You don't need to pay a lot of money for someone to use automated tools. Train them up on your automations, train them up on your email sequence campaigns, train them up on your AI outreach campaigns. These are the guys that can do that, guys and girls that can do that at a really cost-effective rate. Okay, and our offshore team also are our complete delivery machine, and we have a brilliant delivery team constantly finding candidates for us, constantly sourcing, constantly making sure our ATS system is clean and up to date. These guys are all running offshore. Okay, that's the cost-effective way of doing it. That means you're not worried or pinned to a certain location. That means you can also enjoy wonderful places like this. Okay, build out an offshore team. Focus on developing that offshore team. It's the most cost-effective way you can run and scale your business. Automation is something all recruitment business owners need to invest in. I went from having a business that was like 50 plus people to a business that has 20 plus people that makes the same money. And I could even go leaner, I think. Automation is where your client acquisition and your candidate acquisition machines really kick in. Okay, there are now tools that allow you to infinitely become more productive and effective than you ever could have been before. Particularly when you're talking to someone like me, who's 45 years old, and learned how to recruit back in the day when everything was done on the phone. Automation is a game changer for your business. Automation can make sure your outreach is absolutely nailed. Okay, my son totally believes in the automation. What do you think about automation, Arlo? Yay or nay?
What?
He said yay. Automation, yay or nay?
What?
Exactly. You see, listen to my son. He knows all about automation. My God, I worry about the next generation. No, seriously, automation is an absolute game changer for your business. We've invested in Clave, we've invested in reply.io, we've invested in all sorts of different tools that allow us to proactively reach out people on LinkedIn. I go through all this in the program, so I'm not going to list every single one, but every single tool that you can that we bring into the program has basically saved us time, has basically meant that we haven't had to hire someone, has basically made us more profitable, and has made us much more efficient and effective. Automate as much as you can, but don't speak to a mentor, speak to someone that understands automation. Don't buy everything. Don't get shiny object syndrome. Okay, guys, there are certain tools that you can use that will make life a lot easier. Clay, Zapier, Dripify, reply.io, the list could go on. I'll run through it in the program. Reach out, as you know, I've always said, and we can go through that. Guys, one of the keys to success for our business has always been our marketing-led approach. So if you've listened to any of my YouTube videos before, if you listen to anything I've done before, you'll know that I'm a marketeer, communicator that got into recruitment. Marketing is always at the tip of everything that we do. Marketing is the key to building a brilliant customer acquisition system. Without marketing, without a brand, people don't understand your niche. Without marketing, people aren't aware of who you are, what you're doing. Without marketing, you cannot really highlight what makes you different to everyone else. Marketing is the way of changing your business. Marketing is the way of standing out as a recruitment business. We have events, we have content planned all the time. We're spokespeople. We are seen as an authoritative voice within our sector. I know we are because people tell us we are. We've got nearly 1 million social media followers in our recruitment business, and that is a free customer acquisition machine. A marketing-led approach is a key to standing out. It's the key to being the experts in your niche. If you want to go into a new market, marketing is what's going to enable you to do that. Marketing has to be the tip of the spear in what you do. Marketing is the game changer, and it's what made my business stand out. It's what turned us into a multi-7-figure business, and I'm absolutely convinced that a marketing-led approach will be a game changer for your business. In recruitment, so many people do it badly, so many people don't give it the time and effort it needs, so many people treat it as an afterthought. Be the different person and you will make a difference to your bottom line, I promise you. As a recruitment business owner, it's absolutely imperative you delegate as quickly as you possibly can. Okay, so many business owners I meet or talk to, or the other person that I used to be, are afraid to delegate. They want to take on everything themselves. They believe that nothing can be done unless they are at the heart of it. Well, that is the number one way you won't have a scalable asset. That is the number one way your business will never be worth anything. You've got to delegate as quickly as possible. If you delegate and you can build a machine that operates without you, you're going to have the freedom and flexibility that you've always wanted. I know it sounds so simple, but letting go is something you need to focus on very much in the early days. And you can only do that if you have a process. You can only do that when you've got a customer acquisition machine that's working for you. You've got to delegate as quickly as possible if you are to succeed. Believe me, I've had a business for 14 years, and at the beginning I didn't delegate very much. Learn from my mistakes. Delegate as much as you can in the early stages of your business. And then that will serve you well throughout the journey of your business. So look guys, the whole reason I've done this video here is you really get freedom through process. You really get freedom through delegation. You really get freedom through building a marketing-led business. You really get freedom by focusing on an offshore team. You really get freedom by layering your business and not focusing on an old school 360 model. If you do all these things that I've mentioned, have a structured team, have a team where everyone has specialized in their functions. If you combine the marketing, if you combine automation, if you combine offshoring, if you combine all these things that I've talked about in this video, you're going to have a business that's going to make money. It's going to be targeting clients. It's going to be targeting candidates when you're not involved in everything. It's going to be a business that's going to be running without you. It's going to be a business that's going to be generating 5, 6, 7 figures, depending on what stage of the journey that you're on. It's a business that you can quickly create if you listen to the right mentors, if you listen to the people that have been there, seen there, done it, and made those mistakes. The reason I love coming to Sri Lanka is because I have a business that allows me to, okay? I want everyone to experience working whilst being in amazing settings like this. Spend nearly 4 months a year in places like this. I also go to Europe and I live in Dubai. I've worked hard to create this life that I've got. I worked hard to spend more time with my son, my 2 other daughters, my wife, my mother, all the people that I care about more in the world. Build a business that serves you. Build a business where you are not a slave to it. Everyone I know who gets into recruitment wants to have freedom. The key to freedom is putting everything I've just mentioned now in as early as possible. And if you do that, you'll have a business that will serve you. You'll have a business that you love, and you'll probably have an asset at the end of the day. Guys, have a lovely day. Always a pleasure talking to you. If you've got any questions or anything like that, hit me up in the comments, and I look forward to sharing more video content with you in a later date. Take care now.